Here is big resistance in this cluster, back to the upside, close to our take profit level. A move to $63,100 would make sense. You had yesterday only one thing to do, and that was watching my video to know that we would potentially pull back into these levels. And today I'm going to show you what's going to happen next. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here. We are going directly into the DXY because we see here currently potentially something really positive for us that will come into effect in the worst case by tomorrow, and that is that we are potentially getting here a reversal candle back to the downside. Currently, we are fighting a little bit with the current level at 102.46. If we move here before the daily close a little bit lower, most likely by tomorrow we get continuation back under the 102 point level. When we go into a Bitcoin on the daily chart, then you can clearly see that we got really close to the lower end of our mid-range level here, and from there got a harsh rejection back to the downside. Remember, I warned you about this yesterday. Go and watch the video from yesterday. I told you that we are risking when we get up here to get a rejection based off the previous times that we got rejected from this area here recently, then also over here, then here where we lost it as support, also here it was resistance. So it was not a big surprise that we saw that candle coming down yesterday, and the only thing that is making me a little bit bearish here is that we are actually closed below the yellow dotted line, because I also said if we get a bounce from the yellow dotted line, we are good and we will get continuation to the upside. Now we are below the yellow dotted line, which opens us up for the potential to come a little bit lower, but not much, maybe $61,800 potentially, and from there both step in and push the price back to the upside, unless we are seeing both stepping in a little bit earlier and pushing price above the yellow dotted line at $63,000 approximately, and then we will get continuation here on the higher time frame. Also here on this daily chart, from the market structure perspective, nothing has really changed, you know, so we have put in our higher low here. Here's our higher high here. We are just waiting patiently for the next move to the upside to break this higher high at $66,500 to maintain this bullish structure overall. On the 12-hourly chart, also here, you can see that on the VPVR cluster, we went all the way to the top of it, and from there got rejected. I mentioned multiple times that here is big resistance in this cluster, and if we would manage to break above that and flip this into support, then we would see a really quick move into the $68,000 level. So, but as we can see, we got rejected from here, and also the indicators, at least the stochastic RSI, printed a sell signal. The MACD, I believe that, in my opinion, this looks like a fake out, and the RSI is also pointing to the downside. So here you see now exactly why I'm saying that we are potentially coming a little bit lower in to like $61,800, potentially a wick even all the way down to $61,000 to the top of the underlying support of the VPVR, and only from there get then a bounce back to the upside, back into the resistance level, and then finally we are going to break that, because once we are doing this, we are also forming at the same time a W pattern, which is a bullish reversal indication, which will propel us then in direction of $70,000 overall. If you want to understand what actually happened here, for once we got a leverage flush, and I saw this leverage flush live happening, at least for the second part for today, because I have here another tool that I don't have right now here for the YouTube video that I was checking, where I can see the order book, and I saw a lot of positions opening shorts on Deribit. And Deribit is a derivatives platform, hence it was not a big surprise that price started to decline from where it did earlier today, from $64,000 all the way down now to $62,400. You see this also when you look at the open interest. The interest got flushed once we moved to here above $63,800. That's where we started flushing, where shorts got liquidated, and but also longs at the same time. And now shorts have built up here again in that sideways consolidation in anticipation that price goes lower. So, but what would be most effective way now to take liquidity would be to flush the leverage for the shorts and squeeze price back to where we came from yesterday, to $63,800. I'm not saying that this is immediately going to happen, but on the lower time frames that I'm going to show you in a second, there are small indications for that this might be actually in the cards. So, and for that reason, we go now to the 4-hourly time frame with the MDX Algo scalp gradient. So here you see we are just consolidating between $62,000 and $62,800 currently. As long as we keep consolidating, chances are increasing that we're going to get here a nice move back to the upside, close to our take profit level. We got yesterday already pretty close to it. So I hope you guys took some profit up here. But regardless, if you didn't, you should have had your stop loss above your entry level. And now you can wait just if we cross again $62,800 to re-enter this trade and then get a second attempt in direction of $65,000. Here also on the MDX Algo reactor indicator, here's also a cool down phase marked right now here from that pinkish red phase back into this purple bluish phase. We also saw this over here, but what did we get afterwards? We got continuation to the upside, as you can see also here in the price action. So we got here the red phase, then we got the purple phase, price corrected, and then we got another leg to the upside. And I see here something similar happening right now, coming down, so first went up, came down, and then most likely get continuation to the upside. Again, guys, if you want to trade with me together, then join our squad here on Bybit in the World Series of Traders. I leave a link in the description below and in the pin comment below. And Bybit told me 5 people that are going to sign up for the World Series of Traders will get $100, guys, but only in the next 2 days. Only if you join in the next 2 days, you will get $100 if you join my squad. So take advantage of that. That's immediately $100 that you can trade with or withdraw, because they told me they're withdrawable. So take advantage of that, because they are not giving me off these kind of giveaways where you get free money. So, and here is something else what you can do with the $100. You can go, once you get the $100, and claim a $500 free airdrop position on any of these coins on Bybit. So, and now imagine you got $100 for free because you joined the competition, and a $500 free airdrop position. Now you got $600 for free that you can trade with on Bybit, with the link in the description below and in the pinned comment below. So make use of that because it's limited to 5 people to get the $100, but the airdrop position is not limited there. If you don't get the $100, still deposit $100 and you will get an airdrop position on any of these coins. Here also on the liquidation levels on the 4-hourly chart, remember what I told you? I told you we most likely come up here to like 65, maybe even $65,800, and then we will come back to the 50 moving average or the EMA ribbon. Hopefully we get supported from there. That's what I said. Currently we are above the 50 moving average, and from there we will then get our continuation to the upside. So here you see here's still major short liquidation levels above us. Of course, we could flush quick to the 200 moving average to $61,000 to take the over leveraged long positions out, but that is in the worst case where we go and bounce back then to the upside. On the liquidation heat map, if I go here now back to the monthly, I think we were yesterday on the monthly, then you see also here a move to $63,100 would make sense, because here is in terms of closest liquidation levels, the highest liquidity stacked with $130 million, and then below us we have $98 and $9 million. But again, I don't want to rule out that we get this flush to the downside to around $61,000. And only from there move them back to the upside, short squeeze into $63,000 and move from there higher and back here in this gap to $64,000 that is sitting there. Then when you look for altcoins, guys, I can only give you really one simple strategy how you look for altcoins, even when Bitcoin is going down. So here, that is a so-called spaghetti chart. You find this indicator on TradingView absolutely for free. You don't need to pay for that. And you see here, the white line is the Bitcoin price, and everything above that white line is outperforming Bitcoin and is performing in this current market. So these are the coins that you want to look at when Bitcoin is going down to potentially trade over the day, and everything below you don't want really to be in it, because these are coins that are suffering when Bitcoin is going down currently. So everything here above are right now good coins to be in and to be traded, but you see also the percentages of these coins, they are not insanely high now. But that is just a tool that I use also to find coins when Bitcoin goes down that are still performing, because you have always these outliers that still make 5-10%. For example, Apt is today one of them. I don't know where Apt is here actually. I don't see it right now, but Aptos is one of them that is actually performing today, if I'm not mistaken. So let me check here quick. DeFi Aptos, yeah, here 4%, 4% up. It was higher already, it was like 6% or something. But you see, these are the coins where you want to be in when Bitcoin is going down. And if you want to stand a chance to win twice per week, $500 here, a total of $1,000 that I give away on this channel every single week, then sign up on ZoomX. You can trade on ZoomX without KYC, without any VPN. You only need to deposit $100 to be eligible for that giveaway. So take it while you can, guys, because I should have had a call today with ZoomX, but they did not show. They did not gave me a link, nothing. So maybe they want to discuss that they're going to stop it. I don't know, because we are doing this now for almost 3 months. I'm not sure how long this is still going on, guys. So take advantage of that while they are still letting me do this. When we're going into Ethereum, here on the 4-hourly chart, we see currently a rejection from the EMA ribbon. The indicators are also all pointing down and are slightly bearish, but on the stochastic RSI, we are about to bottom out here in the next 2.5 hours. So here we potentially will get a move back to at least $2,460. But I want to remind you, we are in a big resistance cluster here from 2,500 all the way up to $2,600 approximately. Also with the downward sloping trend line, we need to break this stupid downward sloping trend line to get continuation to the upside. Until then, we are basically trapped between $2,200 and $2,600. Then on Solana, Solana also nice move here to the upside to $152. We were only $3 shy of our take profit point here, but remember what I told you guys. I told you if you were in this trade, you should have taken here some profit. I would still consider to take a little bit of profit and set your stop loss at least to the entry level from where we entered this. But also here, indicators slightly like that we are potentially turning around here in the next 6 to 8 hours, in my opinion, especially if we can reclaim here $144. So that would be for me the next entry point, $144. If we drop lower back to the original entry of $140, then I would open from their position if you don't have right now already a Solana position. And also, if you want to trade on a decentralized platform, I can only recommend you to trade here on AlphaX with your MetaMask or your Trust wallet. That is working everywhere in the world, and they are also still giving $100 away just for signing up, guys. Just for signing up, you get $100. So take advantage of that because there's less than 10 spots left for that. Now let's talk about some of the altcoins. Rune is one of them. Rune is also coming down here on the 12-hourly chart. Most likely we are going to break here into the EMA ribbon and will come back down to $4.75. So if you missed that trade originally, you will have a second chance, in my opinion, where we touch the 50 moving average in alignment with this yellow dotted line here at $4.75 and can enter this here once again in direction of $6. I took personally profit here at $5.15. Remember, I told you this also in my free Telegram, where you find a link in the description below for this. I warned you about this, that I was taking some profit here and have my stop loss above the entry level. Because now you see why, so now you see why. I knew here was resistance in our first take profit point. I was not completely anticipating that move back to the downside, but I did also not rule it out. And now you see why we put stop losses in place, because we will potentially come down and touch the stop loss, but we can more or less immediately re-enter from there if you go into the lower time frames, because 4-hourly chart is also here close to the bottom, getting supported from the 50 moving average, which is telling me that we are potentially getting also a bounce pretty soon if Bitcoin is playing nice. Then the next coin that I'm interested in is Casper. So here Casper on the daily chart, also bottoming indications all over the place. Here, MACD losing momentum, stochastic at the bottom, RSI not yet printing a bullish divergence, but I think on a 12-hourly chart we have potentially one. No, do we have on the 4-hourly one? On the 4-hourly, we have a bullish divergence. That hasn't played out yet. So we are potentially in the early stages of that. If you want to trade this here on the daily chart, on the higher time frame, then we need to wait for today's daily close to get this pinball candle. If we close this pinball candle here, and tomorrow we start moving to the upside, that is where I would enter this, potentially at, how much percent is this? I want to make sure that we're not losing too much from current price levels. 14 cents. 14 cents would be my entry. And I would trade this at least into 15 cents 0.6, which will give us a nice 12% move. But be careful around the 200 moving average. I believe what we are going to see is that Casper might come up here over the next coming days into the 200 moving average, goes slightly above it, but then gets rejected, comes back down a little bit, consolidates, and only then we start moving a little bit higher. And there are unfortunately not much more altcoins to talk about right now. So thank you so much for watching again. Don't forget, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you with more trades tomorrow.